You are not stuck. You have been stuck, past tense, because the version of you that walked into this session is not the same version that is going to walk out of it. Something changes today, not your circumstances, not your resources, not the situation. You. Because the only thing that was ever keeping you stuck was the belief that you were. And that belief ends now. Say every word like someone who just remembered they were always built to be unstoppable. I am not stuck. I was simply gathering everything I needed before I could move. The stillness I have been in was not stagnation. It was preparation loading. I release every story that says I am too far behind to catch up. The race is not over, and I am still in it. I have survived everything that tried to stop me, and not one of those things had the final word. I move forward today, not perfectly, not confidently, but consistently, and consistent movement changes everything. Being stuck was a season. Being unstoppable is the identity I am stepping into right now. I stop waiting for the feeling of readiness, and I start building the evidence of it through action. I am more adaptable, more resilient, and more capable of forward motion than I have ever given myself credit for. The momentum I build today will look like a miracle 6 months from now, so I start today. I am done making peace with the place I was never supposed to stay in. Every obstacle I have faced was teaching me something I will use on the other side of it. I choose movement over comfort, progress over perfection, and starting over staying stuck. What held me in place was real, but it does not have to be permanent. I declare today as the day it releases. I am unstoppable, not because nothing gets in my way, but because nothing that gets in my way keeps me there. I take the next step, just the next one, and then the one after that, and I do not stop. The version of me that arrives on the other side of this stuck season will be worth every hard step forward. I release the paralysis of overthinking, and I replace it with the power of a single brave action. I stop rehearsing why it cannot work, and I start building the evidence of why it can. Something is shifting right now, in my mind, in my spirit, in my circumstances, and I move with it. I am not defined by the chapter that held me still. I am defined by the chapter I am choosing to write right now. Unstoppable does not mean effortless. It means I keep going when effort is the hardest thing to find. I give myself permission to be imperfect in motion. A messy step forward is still a step forward. I have come too far to let the fear of the next step keep me where the last one left me. I am built for forward motion. I was never meant to stay still, and I refuse to stay still any longer. Every person who has ever been unstoppable was once stuck in the exact place I am standing now. I break the cycle of starting and stopping. This time, I commit to the movement until it becomes momentum. I do not need to see the whole road. I need to see the next step, and I can see it, so I take it. My situation is not permanent. My capacity is not fixed. My potential is not capped. I move. I am shifting from someone who was held back to someone who cannot be stopped, and that shift starts now. I am unstoppable, not because everything is easy, because I have decided I will not stop. I manifest a momentum so real and so rapid that the people around me cannot believe how quickly things are moving. I manifest the total collapse of every barrier that has been holding me in one place. I manifest one decisive action that breaks the pattern of being stuck and creates a chain reaction of forward motion. I manifest the energy, the focus, and the will to show up for my own life every single day without exception. I manifest that the season of being stuck produces a version of me so refined that the breakthrough was worth the wait. I manifest divine acceleration, months of stagnation replaced by weeks of extraordinary progress. I manifest that every person who assumed I was finished witnesses the comeback they did not see coming. I manifest the complete removal of every mental block, every fear pattern, and every limiting belief that kept me still. I manifest a life in motion, active, building, producing, and growing in ways that are visible and undeniable. I manifest that starting becomes easy, that every step I take makes the next step feel more natural. I manifest that the thing I have been putting off gets done, this period, this time, without delay. I manifest unstoppable consistency, showing up for the goal even when the feeling does not show up with me. I manifest that what looked impossible from where I was stuck looks completely achievable from where I am moving. I manifest the breakthrough that was always waiting at the end of the step I kept refusing to take. I manifest new energy, a vitality and aliveness that comes specifically from being a person in purposeful motion. I manifest the right support, the right tools, and the right opportunities arriving as I begin to move. I manifest that the story of how I went from stuck to unstoppable becomes the testimony that sets someone else free. I manifest a discipline so rooted in purpose that nothing, not discouragement, not distraction, not difficulty interrupts it. I manifest that every area of my life that has been frozen begins to thaw and flow freely. I manifest that I never return to the version of me that accepted being stuck as a permanent address. I manifest that the obstacles in my path become the fuel that makes me move faster, not slower. I manifest visible, tangible, undeniable results from the consistent forward motion I am choosing starting now. I manifest that the confidence I lacked before I started comes to me because I started. I manifest that what I build in motion is stronger, more purposeful, and more lasting than anything I could have built standing still. I manifest the complete end of the season of stagnation. It ends here, it ends now, and it does not return. I manifest doors opening specifically because I started moving toward them rather than waiting for them to open first. I manifest a life so full of forward motion that being stuck becomes something I can barely remember feeling. I manifest that every step I take today creates the foundation that tomorrow's version of me stands on. I manifest that going from stuck to unstoppable is not just a declaration, it is the lived reality of everything I do from here. I manifest that I arrive at my destination, changed, refined, grateful, and absolutely unstoppable. You just declared unstoppable over your life. So now the only question is, what is the one thing you are going to do in the next 24 hours that proves you meant it? Not the big thing, the next thing. Take it, because unstoppable people do not wait for the perfect moment. They create the moment by moving, and you just started moving. Do not stop. Subscribe and build unstoppable momentum one session at a time. Like this video and be the push that gets someone else moving today. Comment, I am not stuck. I am unstoppable. I move forward now. Lock it in. Share with someone who has been stuck and needs to know it is not permanent.